Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall trail to the sun.
Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for the Golden Path International Tournament being sponsored by Unfussable Narrative. I am your host and commentator, BlackShadow. We're continuing our coverage of the round of 14 knockouts here for the tournament. Coming off the back of Match A, which was almost awe-inspiring in its brutality, we continue on here with Match G now, and looking to see who is going to make their push to continue on the tournament, and who is going to be dropping out at this relatively early stage. And I will say, if you have not seen Match A of these brackets, you need to stop this video, and you need to go and watch that, because it was a savage match, it was enthralling. You can't take your eyes away from a game like that, as brutal as it became at the end. It was an incredible game, and you need to see it. So now that we're all on the same page, let's take a look in detail for Match G here. And this should be another high-quality game featuring Dibs, SneakerDead, wildcard qualifier Ooba, and Imperium Cup champion Dreizo, who's been looking to continue his push for some back-to-back tournament victories, which would be an incredible achievement. We'll start off with Dreizo, who started off Group 8 relatively strong, winning the opening round with Helena, before getting pegged back by Patience, who would then go on to win the group. I've definitely obviously played quite a few games with Dreizo, who very much likes the card drawing aspect of the game, hence 2 games with Helena, who I've seen him play all the time, but also a game with Ilban, and winning the last week of the match with Tesia Vernius, which isn't too bad, as someone else pinched Helena before he could. Now, while I'm not going to even attempt to sit here and say that Dreizo doesn't have a good fundamental understanding of the game, that is one thing I've definitely noticed. Like, he does play Helena a lot when it's available, and, you know, that's totally fine. If you've got someone that works for you, that's fine. It's like me, like, I'll play Beast kind of as and when I think I can get away with it, because it's the one I trust the most. But if they're not up and they're having to improvise a bit on the fly, maybe there's potential spots to go wrong here. Next up, we'll have a look at SneakerDead, who came second in Group M. It was a bit of a topsy-turvy fight, and obviously absolute neck-and-neck with Peruvian Assassin at the end, winning only fractionally by average points, by less than a percentage, so super close there. Managed to squeak his way through to the knockout stages, although I believe Peruvian also made it there as well via the wildcards. SneakerDead's 2 group wins came at the hand of fairly combative characters, Hundro, who can definitely veer that route, and the Beast Raban, who obviously is one of the fightingest characters to fight on the sands of Arrakis. And in this format, where it's the top 2 go through to the next round in some of the best thirds, having that battle aspect I think is going to be generally pretty useful. Although, as we saw in the Group A game, there's going to be a lot of varying strategies here due to the slightly curious format that we've got going here. And as I've said in the Group A game before as well, I think having these slightly differing disciplines as you go through the tournament, I think is probably healthier on the long run. Dibs comes in at the top of Group O and is the only group winner to feature in this match here. Although, as you can see here, this was probably the tightest group in the entire tournament. 2 points separating 1st and 6th place. It was nuts. And towards the end of it, like, it really could have been anyone's. And, you know, Sutek, Orange, Arampant, even Imberman, all could have qualified in top spot here, as I've mentioned a couple of times. Imberman, actually, his score was good enough, he would have qualified into the wildcards had he been in 5th position with the exact same score. That's how close this group was. Completely insane, but Dibs managing to hold on and find his way through to this spot. It's a little hard not to root for Dibs, as it is anyways. Dibs was one of the people behind getting hold of the entire tournament seeding stuff that we've been using throughout. So rather than everyone just posting the results manually, we've been able to integrate that interface into the board, and Dibs has been helping us running the statistics and the databases in the background, get everything pieced together, which has made my life as an admin much, much easier. Dibs strikes me as someone who's happy to have a bit of a fight on the board and enjoys that interactivity, but also does like their shipping. 3 of their 4 group games were played with either Princess Yuna or Viscount Hundro, with the last one being played with Beast Raban. So I'm expecting a very combative style here for sure. Our wildcard qualifier for this comes in the form of Ooba, who came 5th originally in Group R. Again, super duper close, basically tied with Arendelle Orbit, although Irian Heretic and Green Flame doing plenty good enough to take the top 3 spots here. But Ooba was still very solid. 12 points on a win from the group stages is going to get you through more often than not. Interesting thing to note for Ooba is that 3 of his 4 group games were all played with the Beast Raban, with a 4th spin as Prince Romba, which didn't go so well. Although made the interesting choice in the wildcard round for taking a Laser E Kaz, who is not particularly well regarded in Rise of X4 player, but in the wildcard, she got picked 3 times, and she won every single game she played, so maybe there is the little bit of a niche there perhaps for her. I don't necessarily know, but it was super awesome to see that, and they did scrape through against Quetco and Sailor. That's going to make our lineup here for Match G here. As a reminder, top 2 go through, although first we'll get better seeding, and 8 of the 14 best 3rd places from all the round of 14 brackets will also qualify. 4th place will be eliminated on the spot here. As for who I think is going to get through, I suspect Dreizo will probably scrape by. I have a feeling that Dibs, Sneaker, and Ooba are all going to take pieces out of each other, and Dreizo's going to try and carve a little Spice Must Flow card drawing niche for himself in the background, kind of keeping quiet, and I think that'll probably get him through unless some weird stuff happens. But between the other 3, very hard to know what's going to happen here. It should be a very, very competitive game. Alright, so we get ourselves ready for the game here. Quarter hunch, whereas Match A was kind of very slow and methodical. I think this might go at a very, very fast pace here. We shall have to see. So, let's look at our row and text here. It's not bad. I've seen better. But plenty of stuff going on here. So, Water Pedal, obviously, pretty nice. You can get that early for water. Guild Admin's going to be very highly desirable for your shippers, as is Appropriate as well, to get hold of some text. In the Shadows, obviously, very strong card, so that turn up straight away is pretty relevant. And Embedded Agent could be used to pair with Shadows, but getting hold of both can be very, very difficult. Tech-wise, Artillery, very obviously good for all the combat stuff, Disposal for card drawing, and Wind Traps as well as a decent number. So, plenty of stuff going on here. The cards aren't very combat-focused, but the techs are, so there's a bit of flexibility here. Very, very cheap regardless. Leader-wise, see what we've got here. So, Beast, Baron, but there's no Tesia, there's no Lido, no Yuna, so a few sort of notable people missing from the list here, but Beast, Baron, Helena, all look pretty obvious. Ekaz, this is a pretty good row for him as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see that happen here, but it will be a Sneaker to pick first. Should note there's also a new little thing on Paul Atreides here with his Prescience ability, just allowing for some assistance there anyway. So, Sneaker's up first, taking Baron in 4th spot. So, Baron in 4th is always kind of interesting when it happens, because Baron can obviously get very easily blocked and hindered there, but it's more of a, I've got it, someone else does, and there's no Tesia, so seems reasonable. Ooba taking Ekaz in 3rd. So, B's still there, Helena's still there for Dreizo in 2nd. He will be tempted by it within the shadows and whatnot. I expect we'll probably see it. Might go combat heavy, though. But I think if Helena's what works for you and card drawing is good for you, then kind of stick to that. And that's why we see a Helena pick there. And then Dibs in first. Surely he's going to take the Beast here. I wouldn't expect to see anything different. Romba. It's not a bad Romba board. I don't hate it. Paul and Undro, I guess it's fine. Paul was like a bit dicey here. Hundro, though, I don't hate here. But I think Beast would be probably your most solid pick out of the 4. And it is going to be Beast indeed. So it's going to be a battle of, does Helena draw a Signet Ring or do they not? Because Ekaz has found his. Sneaker, I'm instantly taking the normal 2 coins. And I actually don't think, whoops. I actually don't think picking Spacing and Frewen is actually that good in 4th position. I think Spacing and either Emperor or something else, because it's really hard to contest the Frewen Alliance, especially with Beast in 1st position. I think you're going to really struggle to hold on to that, but in any event. Here we go then. So, Helena also finds the ring, so lots going on here. So, Beast is up first. So he's drawn Diplomacy. He's not drawn anything else here, though. No Signet Ring. It is a victory point combat, which is probably going to influence a trip to Hardy Warriors. I think Hardy Warriors and put 3 troops in is fine. Miles to go Fold Space. I don't hate it. depends on what you want to do here, but I think I would actually go Hardy Warriors here and put in 3 or 4 troops. It's just going to throw in all 4 here. I think that's totally fine with Beast. Keeps it away from Baron and whatnot, so don't hate that. So Helena will take full, so it just means Ekaz will have first crack in the shadows here with his Signet Ring, and he should 100% do this. Smuggling looks pretty good. Grab hold of In the Shadows. Looks fine to me. Wow, he's going to go Artillery? No, I think Smuggling's better here. You can grab Artillery later if you really want it. So, In the Shadows will be taken with the Conscription ability. Mother Mahaim turns up in the road, by the way. Oh my goodness. So, Baron up. Baron will grab Artillery instead. So, Baron's going to go for the a little bit more mid-game here. If you're going to take Baron in full position, you're kind of prepping for mid-game, realistically. Like, the first couple of rounds, you are not the master of your own destiny. Back to Beast here. Beast doesn't need to put any more troops in, but I don't hate Carfag. What else have you got here? You could go Basin maybe to grab Spice. I don't hate that, but Carfag seems fine. Just take the Intrigue and dare them to put in troops against you. They're never going to do it, so you're pretty good for the combat here. They'll fight over second. Helena up. So what does Helena want a Signet Ring here? She's got 3 Persuasion. Arakeen could be used as a punt maybe for Appropriate. I think Appropriate seems pretty good for Helena, considering that she's going to get access to shipping before anyone else. So she can get the bump with that. It would be pretty decent here. I don't think I like going, but they don't want to draw Arakeen in case they find the Diplomacy, and they're very scared of that. Which is why we see Tech Negotiation instead. And they're going to do it this way. So don't want to take the risk, but Appropriate makes sense. Get the shipping bump, cash it in immediately next round, make the rush for the Spacing Alliance seems logical. Ekaz will go Arakeen. He's not afraid. Finds his other dagger. Wow. That makes this interesting. Do you put in 1 or do you put in 2 here? Kind of weird. 1, you're asking Baron to come over the top, but he can't really come over the top much. But you can never, like, you're not guaranteed to get second here if he does put in 2 troops. That's the problem here. So, weird spot. Baron's got his Seek Allies up, so I think he's going to go Wealth or Still Suits. I think if Baron is actually going to go for this alliance, he has to take Still Suits. Yeah, okay, so he's going to take his passive with the Fremen and give it up then. If he's not going Still Suits now, he's never getting this alliance, so that is noticeable here. So, Beast takes the point, grabs Still Suits the extra water. Gurney Halleck turns up, by the way. A lot of big cards. Also goes for Guild Admin to keep that away from Helena, I guess. I don't think he's going to get a ton of use out of that. Another In the Shadows turns up here. Wow. But she has to go Appropriate, probably. I don't know. I think you got to go for it. So Armand Ekaz is going to have both In the Shadows, which is curious. You don't often see that. I mean, you don't have to take it. You could go either way. But the problem is, you go In the Shadows, you don't know what else you're getting here. So Ekaz can take both if he wants, and he will do. So that's going to be pretty nice. With his trashing as well, the Bene Gesserit Alliance, you imagine, is pretty locked up here. Has a couple more. Sardaukar Legion gets here. So the road getting expensive here. Baron has 5 to buy. What do you buy? Legion. Embedded. Initiate's fine. Mahaim and Gurney are too expensive for you. You can't get them. Oh, you have 6. You went Tech Negotiation. I apologize. You can get all of them. Gurney, I think, then. I think it's got to be Gurney. You can't let Helena get that. Gurney it will be. So Beast wins for the point. Ekaz gets himself a nice second water here. So he's going to be looking pretty happy at the situation here. Seti Breeding looks pretty tempting. Round 2, Cloak and Dagger it will be. So Helena's just obviously going to go shipping. So Ekaz has got both his diplomacies, and he finds his convincing. Interesting. So, not terrible. Not a terrible situation here. Kind of curious to see what he wants to do. And Yellow having a look at everyone's discards, but can't look at Ekaz's because he drew. So, you know, he might have, who knows what he's got. Obviously, Beast looking at combat here. Baron does have one dagger for his artillery. I think Ekaz is going to go... I think he's going to go Hager Basin. I think he's considering Hager Basin, but also Steel Suits isn't fine. He's going to go Wealth here. Okay, so he's getting ready for next round to go Smuggling and then cash in for his Swordmaster is the intention. So, Baron will fire in here to get his bumps with his Master Stroke. So they all go in here. So we'll see how Beast wants to respond. Beast has his ring. Beast has Seek Allies. He cannot use Poison Snooper, by the way, which is his Intrigue. He is not able to use that as he has no top deck. He has no deck to draw from. Is he going... He's going for Wind Traps. Wow. Okay. So, putting Ekaz in a position here. Jude Transports turns up, which is a dream for Helena. That's kind of rude. She might go up 2 here. But it could get sniped from her. So just up and down. Just going to rush spacing. Yeah, you have got that. But she's also interested in going for Appropriate. So she's going to go that way first. She's going to try and get a load of cheap techs. And Helena is just going to be completely uninteractive. That's kind of how Helena works. Does her own thing. And, you know, it's... Like, personally speaking, I don't enjoy it. Like, I hate playing Helena. I don't enjoy her in the game. That's just my own personal view. I don't like the fact that she's so uninteractive. It doesn't speak to me at all. But it is what it is. So Ekaz is just going to get more water. And he's going to say to Beast, all right, go and, go get some spice, boy. Huh. Just getting it up here. Baron is going to go Smuggling, I imagine, with his Signet Ring. And get the Intrigue and see what he finds. Finds Finesse. Well, well, well. That is interesting. Finds a bump with spacing. I think he's going to use that. That's going to be unfortunate here. I don't know why he's trying to put more cards out. He's saying, I've got a dagger. Beast has looked at his discard like 3 or 4 times here. Bit much, but whatever. So Beast is up. Does Beast want to fire in at Carfag? Beast would be hoping for intrigues. It's as simple as that. He needs an intrigue to get him over the line here. I think second place is fine. Intrigue and the spice. Obviously, first place is really good here, though. Baron has Finesse as a backup to get shipping if he needs it. So, Carfag it is with the ring. He's going to punt. I don't think the Seek Allies is really doing anything here anyways, so I think this is totally fine. See what he finds. Maybe you get lucky. No. Quid pro quo it is. This is the one you stack up a load of agents on faction spaces, pay 2 spice, get a bump with all of them. It's a good find for Beast, actually. So, Beast can't win it. Beast has no idea what Ekaz has got, so he's got to put 2 troops in. Minimum. I don't think he'll put 3 in. I think he's got to put 2. And he does. He did put in the extra troop. Yes, he did. It's not automatic you do the ring. You got to do it manually. So Helena rings for free. Forget Generous Initiate, just to cycle deck faster. Ekaz with 4. Spice Trader turns up, by the way. That's a nice card for him. Other Memory turns up. He would have loved that card, by the way. That would have been disgusting. Baron with 2. I don't think he'll buy. And then Beast is going to have 4 to buy here. Other Memory looks pretty good. Satellite Baron also on the road. Very, very strong Beast card, this, by the way. Though he's already got Wind Traps. It's a bit unnecessary. Other Memory's fine. Weeding Way turns up as well. That's a pretty good card. Do some fun stuff with that. So, Baron wins it. We'll take the spacing bump, surely. And a couple of intrigues. Finding Second Wave and Charisma. Beast takes the Spice and Intrigue, finding Recruit Mission. And Ekaz takes the Intrigue, finding Urgent Mission, which is probably one of the best intrigues in the game. That is huge. So next up, round 3, Siege of Savfk. Victory points on offer here. And Ekaz finds both of his In the Shadows. So what does he want to do here? We shall see. For some reason, Green deciding to turn their intrigues face down. I don't know why that's necessary. No one can see it. So Ekaz, as he said, he's going to look to just go get his... It's kind of weird, though, for Ekaz here. Ekaz is going to use this, and if he gets his Swordmaster, the problem is that, he has no other moves, so... I wonder if Ekaz is going to maybe try and go Mentat here. Maybe he can go High Council instead. I don't know if he's going Swordmaster. It's really bad for him. Opts not to use his conscription for his ring. Baron will go instead of shipping, I imagine. You got to do it with Dune. You got to save your signet rings here. Baron has got a lot of daggers in hand. So up and down, garrison troops. I think you've got to bull rush the Spacing Guild here. And kind of say to Helena, what are you going to do? Pose the question. Beast Hand is kind of weird. Poison Sleeper it is. He's going to try and find a better card, or maybe try and trash attack. Finding Desert Planet, I would trash that. You've got Guild Admin. Unless you're going to buy something specific, I think I would probably get rid of Doom Desert Planet here. I'm not going to lie. Beasts are typically not very good at trashing cards. You've already got 13. Alright, 1 Seek Allies, admittedly. I think I would probably trash it if I could find a way to do it. What's Beast planning here? Fold? Is he going to, like, mine Great Flat and go Highliner or something weird? I don't hate that. I think that's what we're going to see here. No, he's going Hager Basin, so that is not on the cards. Conspiring maybe is the plan. Yes, that is a dog outside. And yes, it is asking to get choke slammed. So. Oh, that was laggy. So, wealth and appropriate it will be for Helena. Getting ready to take some... Problem is, if she gets her Swordmaster, she can't buy anything. So I'm curious to see what Helena's going to do. I think she's going to try and live off Mentat here. Swordmaster is for Ekaz, but I don't know what he's going to do here. Like, none of his... Neither In the Shadows is active, so is he just revealing here? I don't know. I think I honestly would have considered going... Well, it's difficult. Like, Baron's got Swordmaster. Helena might grab it anyways. Kind of weird. Baron's just going to go Imperial Basin. He's going to put some troops in, get another intrigue here. Gotta be careful here, though. He does need to use stuff. Finds Ixion Probe, which he does not want to use here. So, Charisma will be played. This will give him +2 to his reveal. We'll put a troop in. I put in both. You know, you got a lot of daggers going here. Beast is up. Beast is going to go Hardy Warriors and throw troops in here. He throws them all in. He knows he has to. Good move there. So what does Helena want? I think Helena's going to try and... She's going to go Mentat here, I imagine. I think she'll go Mentat with Appropriate and pick up, like... I don't know, Holo Projectors. I don't hate Holo Projectors. I think it's probably the best of the lot of the text that's up there, I would imagine. Disposal, yes, I guess as well. You kind of want that, but you're going to struggle to get hits off that for a while. Trade Transports... Or is Helena gonna go Mentatting with her dagger, and then she's gonna use, she'll use Appropriate to grab Disposal? Looks like this could be the plan. No, she's going for this. So Appropriate's gonna be given up though if you do this. And the thing is, the fact that she's delaying on this is gonna tell the story here. Players will realize Appropriate's in hand. She does have the Negotiator, but she's heavily limiting what she can do here. See, normally a Helena would just automatically grab Swordmaster. The fact that there's a thought on it should clue the players in what's going on. So Ekaz will be up. I think Ekaz should just reveal and just take the 2 bumps and call it a day. That's a point in your hand. Just reveal. Like, what else are you doing here? You're not putting troops in. You can't go Great Flat. He's gonna go for... Whoa, he's going in! This cannot be correct. do not like that at all. Just reveal them and get in the shadows up and running. Don't like that at all. I think that's a miss. You might disagree. If so, tell me why. But I don't like that at all. So Ixion Probe is going to be played here. He's getting rid of a dagger for it as well, which is nuts. So he's giving up on the combat here. So 5 to buy with Charisma. Not interested in using second wave of finesse to tie up here, so he's just going to give up on it. He's looking at Embedded Agent, but I don't hugely like it for him. But he takes it, because he just figures intrigues. I don't think he's going to get many hits of that shipping in. People see shipping, people do shipping though. Beast is up. And we'll reveal for 5. He's going to use Recruit Mission to make it 6. And I think he's going to take Mahayim here. Which I would do definitely. You've got Bene Gesserits here. Mike, is he getting a Legion? Wow. Sunlight Band's also very strong. It depends which of the 3 you want. But Mother Mahayim, I think I would have taken that. That's interesting. Okay, so he's getting ready to garrison up more dudes here. Interesting. Leonard's going to appropriate, so she's going to use this to get hold of Hollow Projectors and do it this way. Or Disposal, whichever one it was going to be. Bit of a weird, ham-fisted way to do it, but, I mean, gets there in the end. So Helena just turtling up. And this is what you do with Helena, like, sometimes. You just don't interact here. So, he guys reveals his oven. I really do not like the fact... Oh, I see. So, oh no, Ikaz didn't even need to get the 3rd down for his coordination ability. Like, that was active. Really don't know why Ikaz went Carfag. I just don't like that move at all. Helena reveals for 4. She's just going to grab a liaison, I imagine, for Spice Must Flows and just kind of do their own thing. They're going to grab 2, which tells you the story. Helena will find 1 combat, throw them all in, and just buy Spice other than that, and that'll be all for the day. So Beast will win. Baron will not contest. Beast takes Carfag. Baron with the Intrigue and Spice. Wow, he actually is going to charge here. Now, the question is, Beast is going to decline. Does he use Finesse to take the point as well? He does. He will use the lot here, so, not much Beast can do about it. If Baron's going to empty out his entire Intrigue hand for it, then so be it. So, Beast will get the Intrigue and Spice. Highliner's going to look very tempting for Beast Raban here. Not a great find for him, though. Next up is Arik. No, Terrible Purpose, I apologize here. So, more points in trashing here. Second place is okay, I guess, at this point. So, Baron up first. Baron has no shipping access. Didn't find it. An Ixion Probe has already been used, so he can't use it to try and find more cards. So, City it is, I guess. Not much to do. He's going to go Arakeen and hope. So, Helena will get bonus shipping. Beast got Sardaukar Legion. Is Beast going, Conspiring here? I think he's going Conspiring. It's not a good hand for Beast, by the way. But there's 6 Spice at Great Flat. Which Ikaz is going to be eyeing up very temptingly here. Baron finds both his daggers, which is nuts. So, Beast up. I don't hate Conspire. I think Conspire's fine. Get 4 troops in. I think it's fine. Everyone just nosing at everyone's decks. It does amaze me sometimes when you commentate these games how often people look at each other's discards. Like, it's funny. Like, I swear, if this was playing in person, you would not see it anywhere near as much. Because it's just a hassle. But, I don't know. That's all subjective. Anyways, but yeah, Beast. I think Conspiring's okay here. And we do see it. Gets him his 9 Solari. Gets him ready for Swordmaster. Gets 4 troops in. Finds Windfall, by the way, which is... I mean, it's okay for you.
You kind of have eyes on High Council now because of Secret Forces, so it's kind of a bit weird spot for Beast. So shipping for Helena, gets a bonus. Gets another Vault Space in the hand. Ekaz will mine Great Flat. Now, what Ekaz is going to do here is he's going to use Spice Trader, and he's going to discard in the shadows to get the bump and the 2 spies, I imagine. Seeing as he decided not to, obviously, use it earlier. So just takes the 6 spice. Do you want to put a troop in? I wouldn't bother. Swordmaster for the Baron. I wonder if Beast is going Mentat here. I think he's going Mentat. I don't hate Mentat. You got Windfall. I think that affords it. Grab Mentat. Yep. I like it. Keep yourself in position. Finds Grand Vision. Grand Vision. Other memory. Grand Vision. So Helena will just get some faction bumps. Is she going high? Is she going Hardy Warriors here? I don't know. Finds a Signet Ring now, which I don't know if she wanted. Probably not, but it is what it is. Kaz up here. Wow. Wow. That's twice he's using the shadows as blanks. And he goes dreadnoughting. I guess he figures he's not scored yet and he needs to get some action going, but wow, that's nuts. Baron goes Hardy Warrior, Selective Breeding. Makes sense. Getting rid of his dagger, though, which is notable. Oh, he finds his Signet Ring. He didn't want to see that. So Beast up here. Beast's got to decide what he wants to do. Does he want to get involved or not? I think he feels he has to. This could be a third trip for Carfag for the Beast here. Interesting spot. Yep, 3 and 3 for the Beast. No, 3 and 4, I guess. He finds Allied Armada, which is huge for him. But he needs that later. Surely he just uses Windfall here. It's kind of weird here, though. Helena's basically saying, I'm going Hardy Warriors. Yeah, Helena's having a look. So Hardy Warriors is coming here, so he knows he can't win it. So I think 2 is good. I think this is fine. Windfall will be paid to keep that, obviously, under 3 cards. Helena's going Hardy Warriors, and then Ekaz... Ekaz is running out of places to use Spice Trader here. It should be noted. He's running out of places to go. Is he going Siege with it? Maybe he's going Siege. I don't hate Siege. Helena in some indifference here. Trying to work out the maths. Arakeen, so just desperately trying to find 6 persuasion. There's 5. Should get to 6, and does. So going to throw them in. If Beast had gone heavier, that she was going Hardy Warriors, I think, as a recourse. So Beast totally fine just waiting here. No need to rush. This is what Helena will do. Helena will grab 1 common VP, and then we'll just completely shell up and say, I'm good. I imagine that's what we'll see here. He's noticing the dagger destruction, but that's fine. Ekaz is going to go base in here. Dreadnought in. Troop will go in as well. Curious to see what Ekaz is going to do next here. 7 for the Baron. Signet Ring revealed, which is a little unfortunate for him. Mahaim looks pretty good. Does find it. Opulence turns up in the row. Very nice card. Beast with 3, a dagger and a water. Winning Way looks very, very good for Beast here. I think, but he turns it down. Figures his deck is big enough here. Helena with 7. So we'll get a trash with the dagger. So I think she'll just go Opulence. Yep. I imagine it'll be Opulence. Just grab it, call it a day. And Helena just basically says, you just can't stop me anymore, and I'm just going to be unattractive, and I just make top 2, and, yeah. Just kind of coast the game is what Helena will do here. Just be completely... You can't do anything to stop me anymore. Unless you're going to keep going wealth. So... The big dagger for Ekaz here gets him in front in this situation, which is nuts. He's actually going to be good for second place, which is insane. Huge. Nothing to happen here, so Helena will win it and take the point and get another trash. Ekaz is going to get Spice and a water. And a Spice for the Beast here. Nothing for the Baron. We move on. Beast will be up next. Your bank raid is next. I don't think we're going to see a lot of use. I mean, it might interest Beast, actually. He's got reasons to fight for High Council here, given the fact he's got Secret Force, and no one else has actually any Solari. So, he might be drawn into this, I think. Hardy Warriors first, and that's why we're going to see him. If he throws in all these troops here, well, that tells a story. And he's going to use quid pro quo here to take the Alliance on the spot and get in front of the base, the Baron here, which is totally fine. Expensive way to do it, but wants to get in front now, which I think is fine. Also, of course, remember, Beast wins it, he gets his water back, so... So I don't hate the decision at all. Helena will ship. Ekaz has his In the Shadows in his hand. But again, the problem with Ekaz here is that he can't use In the Shadows currently. He's used In the Shadows twice already. With no ability to, like, you know, they're both blanks. He hasn't revealed them. I'm really still surprised Ekaz, like, played earlier to Carfag. I still think that was such a weird move. I don't know why he did that, so... But anyway. Helena wants money, so she might consider herself to go in here. Everyone look at everyone else's decks. That's why I like playing as Paul, because some people are like habitual discard lookers and snoopers. Plays like Paul Atreides and have like an 8-9 card deck. It's like, well, you've no idea what I've got. Even like a 12 card deck, it's like, well, good luck guessing. Not a lot you can do. That with artillery, a lot of fun. So Helena takes shoot transports with appropriate. It'll be on to Ekaz. Ekaz has distance to make here. Like, he is thoroughly behind his armored Ekaz. He's got points ready to score in various spots here, but Ekaz is in real trouble. Is he eyeing up Holtzman Engine? I wonder if he's eyeing up. Exit Engineer also on the row here. This will be of interest to Helena. No Signet Ring, however. So Helena eventually decides to take the Bene Gesserit bump here. Ekaz is going to go, I think, Selective Breeding, or Secrets, or Steel Suits. Okay. Ekaz does not want this alliance, does he? I guess not. So, just Steel Suits and Dreadin. Kind of testing the waters. Baron will go up here. I think Baron will go... Yeah, I don't hate this. Has Embedded Agent in hand. Wants to find some use out of it. Well, he's found that in Mohiam. So the question is which way round does he go here? Fascinating. Finds Grand Conspiracy, our first in-game combat point of the day here. It's got some work to exercise that, though. Beast with Swordmaster. Where does Baron go? Embedded Agent and then Mohiam? Or the way around? I'm curious to know what the plan is. Helena having some snooping. Just gonna grab some spice. Just chuck more dudes in. Baron having a look. Beast having a look. Everyone having a look at Ekaz's discard here. Oh, it makes me laugh. See what Ekaz is gonna do here. He's got a ton of water. Goes for Hollow Projectors instead of Holtzman. I don't hate that. I think that's totally fine. He should have got this soon within the shadows. He will discard the In the Shadows. So they're going to see, does he have the other in the shadows? What they're looking for here. Sonic Snoopers turns up in the row, which is fine. Nothing I would appropriate. Does he want to appropriate a liaison? He decides to do so. I think that's fine. He's got a 10-card deck with that, so I think that's totally okay. And he will get this. This Benjamin Alliance, like, if he doesn't somehow have this at the end of the game, it's a travesty. So Baron deciding what he wants to do. Does he use Mahayim first? And then Embedded Agent looks what he's going to do. He's going to go for the shipping here. So Wealth it is. And then they'll know that Embedded Agent is coming in afterwards. If you go Wealth, it guarantees like a bit more options here. Secrets I also don't hate, but it means you're basically saying, well, I'm going Tech Negotiation. Which I also don't hate. Either's fine. Here you're saying, well, I might go Mentat if you let me. So it gets the point. Beast is going to go mining to get rid of the dagger, I guess. He's not really got anything else to do. Why not go Fold Space? Is he really... I guess he feels he's got to get more troops in? Because of Helena? I guess. But not going Fold Space here kind of sucks. So the troops going in. Like, if you're going Imperial Basin and not putting troops in, you should go Fold Space. And I would go as far as to saying that is just unequivocal truth. Helena will Selective Breed, just deck cycling. Ekaz up. Ekaz is going to hold Projectile in the shadows to get his second point, and he's going to see what he finds and kind of work it from there, basically. So we'll see what he draws, and he's very reliant on what comes up here, which could be anything. But this should have been active sooner. Refines it. So, what do you want to do here? You're not getting much. You're not buying much here, so just playing in the shadows is fine, and just go like Carthag, I guess. Carthag seems okay. I don't hate it. Is he considering Research Station? I don't hate Research Station. But he goes Carthag, finds Private Army, some more swords, and now In the Shadows is active, can discard a card to take a bump with a non-Bene Gesserit faction, and he will do so. So he's going to start using that to push for other points here. Ekaz needs to get rolling here. He's had a slow start, so he's got to keep up. You remember, of course, top two go through to the next round. And some thirds. Fourth will be out. Baron will go Mentat as no one took it. Makes sense, so gets his 2 bumps. That was the idea. If no one went Mentat, you grab it with Baron, 100%. Beast reveals for 2, nothing to do. Unfortunately, Alamada is... Oh, it is active for Beast, actually, but he has the Fremen Alliance now. Helena reveals for 6, so she can trash, but cannot use Opulence here. No point there. So just 6 to buy. She will grab Ixan Engineer, I imagine. Yep. Makes sense. And Ekaz is going to reveal for 3. Now, interesting spot here, actually. If Baron decides to go in, he can't get it into his hand, though, unfortunately. But Shock Trooper could be fun. Everyone's kind of nibbling at the Emperor Alliance here, and I think Baron might have some use for Shock Troopers. Potential. With artillery, that's 3 or 6 swords. Imperial Shock Trooper could be as good as Worm Riders, which is nuts. Ekaz is going to get rid of his convincing argument. Wow. You ain't buying spice. That much is obvious. So Baron with an action. Curious to see what he's going to do here. Just going to smuggle. Is he going to cash? I think he's going to go take a Fremen bump here. No, he goes up. What tech is he eyeing up here? Snoopers? Invasion ships? I don't know if I like going up here. I think I'd rather just take the bump here. Like, you could definitely bump and take Fremen. And then next round, you hit, like, Steel Suits. Yeah, I think that's what he's looking at here. And then you retake the Fremen Alliance from the Beast here. I think that's a... I like that decision more. Taking the cash. No, I think Fremen's the way to go here. And you can steal that Alliance. And that's going to be really bad for Beast. He's going to struggle to recover that. But you are committing to a fight. Yeah, he's looking at his deck. He's going to get Diplomacy next round. It's got to be Fremen here. You can Hardy Warrior if you want, if it's a victory point. Yeah, it's got to be this. And Beast knows he's in trouble here. So, obvious choice here for the Beast. Beast knows it's gone. Satellite Ban is taken for extra oomph. And that is going to be it for the combat here. So Beast will win it for the 6 Solari and will get the water, but it's no good here. Helena will take the 4 Solari. And Red will take the 2. I don't think Red's going to spend here for anything here. It doesn't seem to make any sense. I imagine this will be resolved as you see it. No one's going to play anything. Not on this one. So, looks good to me. A little expensive for Beast, maybe? Maybe. So Helena will be up first. Raid stockpiles, the other main kind of, the other main, whatchamacallit, resource sort of card here. So both of them come at the end, kind of slowing the pace of the game down just a little bit. That's what kind of happens if they're like the last 2 tier 2s. That'll happen a little bit. Helena won't mind. It's an engineer is found, but she does not have her 3rd tech yet. Was Helena at 2 bumps? I don't recall. Gonna be just Solari. Yeah, Emperor bump. Makes sense. Ikaz is up. Ikaz has those other shadows here, so he's gonna... I think he's going for Research Station here. Now, what I would do with Ikaz is I would Research Station, and I would actually discard in the shadows before you make the draw. Which you can do. He's basically paying the 2 water, and before he draws, he's doing the discard here, which is which he can definitely do here. It's just the way the mod is. That's what it is. He's paid the 2 water, and then yeah, like he gives the option to reshuffle, but that's basically what he's doing there. Finds his in the shadows, finds it again. Again, his deck is kind of small, so he's going to see this a lot. No Spice Must Flow though. He did ditch some stuff. He will get rid of the other in shadows again to get another bump. All this unloading potential, so there's the Alliance. He gets a point. Advanced Weaponry is found. He can pay for it. That's 2 Dreadnoughts. What a find for Armored Ikaz with detonation devices. That is ridiculous. So they're both going in. He can still put in an extra troop as well. Wow. And this is a good combat for him to try and take a point, because people will not want to contest him heavily here. Because they're not really benefiting themselves much. That is huge. But Baron does have Gurney Halleck. Now, what I'm curious to see is if anyone's going to go tech negotiation here and take Snoopers to deny it to Helena. Because you can't stop Helena getting to tech negotiation, but you can definitely make the tech, put a more expensive tech out. Like, if Flagship turns up there, she can't use it. Just gonna go... Whoa! Hold on a second. So Baron Harkonnen had options to take the front lines, and he didn't bother. What on earth? He went mentat! And somehow the Beast can't actually do anything to defend it. That is so unlucky for Beast here. What a crazy mentat! Madness. Well, Helena finds Appropriate. Negotiate draws on the hand there, which is, you know, whatever it is. Wow, how did Baron not go to a Fremen spot there? Seems nuts. Much ado to Shun, well, Beast isn't going to have any access there, but that was pretty brave. Insane. Helena goes Arakeen. Puts Negotiated aside. Ekaz has got 8 Persuasion. Ekaz has got to go... Ekaz wants to draw more cards here. Now, a crazy spot for Ekaz. He could get hold of more water and then Research Station again. He has Urgent Mission. He could do that if he wanted. And he can even do it with Signet Ring to get hold of another card to throw in, like get another Liaison. But I think he'll just go Selective Breeding. Steel Suits. So he's getting in more troops here. I think Ekaz is going recalling and he's going to double Research Station, which is crazy. Here comes the Satellite Ban for the Baron here. I don't know how Beast... I mean, it's so unlucky for Beast that he didn't actually have a card to stop this. That was a crazy give up for the Baron. Cannot believe he did that. I think he's kind of lucky, to be honest. Discards Dune Desert Planet for the Spice and Water. Beast in trouble here. Allied Armada is now dead, by the way. It is not active. And how in the world is the Beast going to retake that alliance? He's just not going to. What other alliance is Beast getting? Real trouble for the Beast here. Other memories going to be played. He's going to take some spice. So remember, of course, you can either draw or you can pull a Bene Gesserit card from your discard there, but I don't think Beast actually has any. Finds Recon. Hyena will just go High Council. Again, Hyena just not really going to do a whole lot here. She'll get Holtzman. Now, she is short of the Spice Must Flow, by the way. She can't get it. She's only got 8. So she can't buy now. Memo Corders turns up here. Well. And Ekaz is going to say, I'm going to have a piece of that. He dives in immediately. Doesn't bother waiting. Gives him a point somewhere. Ekaz is actually not terribly set up for Memo Corders here with all this in the shadow stuff, which is insane. So, I think that was a definite change of plans there. Restricted Ordnance turns up next. That has some relevance to some players here. I wonder if Beast is going to Dreadnought with, like, his Signet Ring and get hold of Restricted Ordnance. Is that the play here? +4 swords and all the rest of the combats. Dreadnought, load some troops. You can't do anything about the Fremen Alliance. It's gone. I actually wonder if that's the move here for Beast. Very curious. Baron's just going to huck troops in here. Calculated Hire found. That will be good for later. I don't think he's going to huck a lot, though, but he should probably put in a couple. Is he going to find Gurney again, though? Probably not. No, he just hucks them in! Oh, my God! Wow. He just goes Siege. I actually think Dreadnought and Restricted is not bad move here. Well, okay, I guess. So Helena's 1 short. She gets a point with Vixen Engineer. So it takes her to 6, but she is short. Cannot buy the Spice Must Flow. 8 will have to do. So she'll take Negotiated, and I don't think she'll buy anything else. Could have a Liaison, so hunkering down. Helena's far from safe here, though. No Spice Must Flows in hand yet. It's going to be hard to actually get Holtzman off. And if they only get 3 points over the next 2 rounds, she needs to find another point with, like, Emperor or something. But Opulence is in hand. But, I don't know, it's kind of tricky. She spent all the money on doing other stuff. Anyway, so Ekaz reveals for 6. Winning way I don't hate. You got a pretty light deck. But he's not going to bother. Baron's going to go secrets, get his point. Gets him to 7. I think it's fine. I don't really see what else you're doing here. I can't believe Baron threw that many in. Why did he do that? Oh, he finds Tactician. You lucky, lucky boy. Beast gets the extra water here. So Beast readying up for all manner of things. Finds a liaison. So some research stations perhaps being planned. Baron reveals for free. I don't think he'll buy. And then combat it is. I don't expect Ikaz is going to play here. Oh, Baron does go for the weirding way. Ikaz won't... I don't think... Ikaz won't bother. Baron isn't going to bother. No one bothers. So just taking as they see it. Baron finds Water of Life, by the way. That's pretty good. He is technically at risk of secret stealing, but it probably wouldn't happen. I can't believe... Why did he go so heavy there? That was nuts. He must be after something specifically for the spice here. Economic supremacy is first. It's a huge conflict here. Wow, and everyone's got water for Hardy Warriors here. Interesting. Very interesting. Lot going on here. Ikaz has got both his in the shadows. Baron's got Mother Mahaim and has also got Embedded Agent. I think it's coming the other way around. But the problem is that if he goes Embedded Agent first, the players will think, oh, maybe we got to stop Mother Mahaim because it's obviously the next move. That's the only problem with that. Ikaz is going to go for Research Station immediately on the spot. He will... Now, the crazy thing is he can actually discard the other in the shadows to get that bump and get another bump elsewhere if he wants. He's got 8 persuasion. He's short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he discarded Dune Desert Planet. So getting the Emperor bump. Baron's going to go Water of Life here. Find some options. What does he find? Beast has got a curious hand. Baron's got... There's a Spice Slow in there somewhere. I'm not doing the exact maths. It's like about 11, I think. Beast up as well. Beast has got to think he's got to go Hardy Warrior. The problem is, if he goes Highliner, it's hard for him to score. Maybe Beast goes Hardy Warriors. He's got to try and score 3 points out of this, right? He needs an extra Solari. But I think that's going to have to be the move here for Beast. I think Beast is going to have to go Hardy Warriors here. I mean, he's just going to see what Baron does if that's the case. Baron still needs activity for Grand Conspiracy. He needs either High Council, 2 Dreadnoughts, or another faction with 4 influence. He needs 2 of the 3 to get a point out of that. Otherwise, Grand Conspiracy is not doing a whole lot. Calculated Hire is also active as well. Maybe getting that isn't bad. A lot of options for Baron. He's got to think this through here. He's in front, but not by much. But I do think Beast is going to have to go Hardy Warriors here. I don't think there's any other option for Beast. Beast has to try and get 3 points. And the only way he's ever going to do that is going Hardy Warriors. Because no one else is going to really want to go Highliner. Because again, it's hard. You're not scoring a lot of it. So. And Steel Suit is played from Baron. Just cutting off any craziness here. Which I don't hate. He'll take the Mentat. Beast has still got to go Hardy Warriors. I think it's the only opening play you can make here. I think anything else is not good. Oh, he is going Highliner. Oh, but the problem is, how are you scoring 3 points here? If he throws everything in. Like, where are you getting the spice? Where are you getting the Solari from? Helena's just going to go taking the point here with Opulence. And she will go Hardy Warriors if she can. Ikaz is up. Ikaz can continue to push for this alliance if he wants. Like, he can continue to fight Helena here, and I think he should consider it. No one else is going conspiring here. Is it that bad to take the bump here and then conspire? Like, she can't defend it. I don't think he will. But I think he should consider it. I really think Akaz should consider dropping this alliance. If Helena doesn't lose the Emperor Alliance, like, she's almost certainly taking one of the top 2 spots, right? You gotta try and hurt her here. Alright, she got negotiated withdrawal. That's scary. I think he's got to ditch Signet Ring, and the thing is as well, if you do take the Emperor bump, that's giving you more troops into this combat as well, and you clearly also want to win this because you've got detonation devices, and you want to score. This is a big combat for you, so I think there's extra value for taking the Emperor on here. You get the extra troops in as well, but diplomacy goes, which means that is not the intention. Is this a bit defensive from Ikaz? I think he could have gone for it a little harder here. He sees Memo Quarters, but I think Memo Quarters, you shouldn't be blinded by it. Oh, he's looking at Emperor now. I think it's Emperor. You get a Signet Ring, and you get in front. I think it's the right move. It doesn't go for it. It's gonna take the safer route here, but I think fighting fire there was value in it. Baron's gonna go shipping. No one went there yet. Seems fine with me. Beast is up. Beast has got to find resources here. The problem is if you just win this combat, you're getting a point. Where on earth are you getting the money, the resources now? That's the issue. Like, how on earth are you finding anything now? Mentat's... You could go Mentat. Like, I don't know what Beast is going to do here. That's the problem. Like, you throw it all in at Highliner, now what? That's why I didn't like the move. I think Hardy Warriors is better. You've got all this water and you can't use any of it. He's going to draw cards with his Mentat. He's that desperate. And he finds his Signet Ring, which is a good find for him, I guess. Now Helena goes Hardy Warriors. She will fight for the second spot here, although she actually isn't because of negotiated withdrawal. And she'll just use that to obviously to protect up the Emperor Alliance. I would have been tempted as Ikaz to go for it. It may not have worked, but I would have definitely been considering it. But I guess spacing's probably safer. Those 2 troops would have been really good for you here. In any event, because I still would have got rid of the Signet Ring anyways. Problem is, he's looking at his situation, he's like, well, I've got 9 points. He's got 9 persuasion. He's considering he's got hollow projectors to try and find a different card instead of his Signet Ring, which is there, I guess. So, kind of weird spot here for Ikaz. But the problem is, if you reveal for the point, like, you're never getting the combat point, realistically. And so he goes tech negotiation instead. Snoopers? He's grabbing Snoopers. Which I don't hate. So he draws. Finds double cross. That is active. And I think he's going to use it. Now the question is who to use it on, though. I think using it on Helena actually makes a lot of logical sense because it means she's now got to commit more resources if she wants to get anything from the combat here. Don't worry about... But he's surely going to put it against the Beast here. But Beast has another action. It's got to be Helena. If you do Helena, it sucks her because she's like, yeah, he's thinking, have you got negotiated withdrawal? That's exactly the question he's asking. If he gets rid of the troop... Oh, no. Helena a little fortunate, I guess. The problem is Beast just goes in with more troops, though. But he's figuring, I've got to get 2 points. He's going to go for the win here and try and get 3 points. So it makes sense. But Helena is gonna get her resources anyways. So a little unfortunate. Baron is up. Beast in absolute dire straits here. It has not gone well for him at all here. Beast has got 9. Baron's got 9 persuasion. So he's going Savfk. Finds the victories isn't helping him. Put some troops in though, which I don't mind at all because they're now saying that, well, if you retreat troops, I'm going to take these resources here. That's what's going on. I kind of like it. It's actually quite a fun little move here from Baron. Keeping it spicy, well aware of what Helena's obviously trying to do here. Saying, I'm not letting you retreat and get resources. It's just too good for you. So here comes Beast with his signet ring. It's gotta be Spice. But Allied Armada is not active. And it's a really brutal spot. If he just throws everything in here, he's still only getting a point. Oh, he does. Oh, no. He's got to defend second. I guess he feels he's got to stop EKAZ. If EKAZ wins the combat, he thinks his game is over. So, I don't hate it. But it feels bad as Beast here. This is a horrible combat for you now. The way this has worked out. Again, should have just gone Hardy Warriors first. I think that was the mistake. You go Hardy Warriors, you save the spice, you can profit more out of this combat, but not anymore. Helena finds appropriate, by the way. Helena, and also has to throw it all in because of the Baron. Helena very, so finds spice and slow. Pretty nice. Good feeling. EKAZ's urgent mission. Does he use it? I don't think you bother. Just reveals. So 8 persuasion, plus the 1 at tech negotiation. So Spice found for a point. Gets a sword. And Helena, if she retreats, is gonna have to give up the point. I guess she's already prepared to do that. Baron just goes High Council with Signet Ring. That gets him his Spiceless Flow. 5 Chome shares, which is huge, by the way. But he can't cash it in yet, but he will have an opportunity to do so. That's a point. Beast reveals for 5. Takes the other Legion. Helena with the point. Helena's got a decision whether she withdraws here. She kind of has to. EKAZ has got all these intrigues. You've got to think it's probably given up. But it's not doing a lot here, though, her actually giving it up in a way. But she is protecting Emperor Alliance if she does. So, it's a weird spot for Helena. But I mean, EKAZ has got 3 intrigues in hand, right? You think it's fairly likely that he's got any kind of combat. You have none. So he knows that you had nothing. EKAZ has got to have, it just needs a combat, and you're losing the point. I think you've got to withdraw them, yeah, and realize it's the right thing to do. Got to defend the Alliance. I think it's the right call. Baron reveals for 2, gets the intrigue. Ooh, finds an Emperor bump as well. Or a spacing bump. Very nice. Take that. The result. Didn't need to do it now, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. So, EKAZ is up. EKAZ has 7 swords in hand, but it's not enough. So, EKAZ will pass. Baron, I think, should actually tactician his troops back into his garrison, which is what he does. Beast can't use. So Beast wins it, takes a point, and a water. EKAZ with a point. Helena takes the resources. I gotta say, it looks pretty over for the Beast here. It has not happened for Dibs at all here. It has gone all horribly wrong. He could have got at least another point out of this, but it's arguable that the game is probably already gone beyond him here. It is Araki's next combat. It is a neutral territory, so no bonus troops for everyone. It's a big combat here. All three of the players are still in the running here. Two of them will make it through. The third one's going to have to hope for a good result. Big moments. Baron's up first, so up and down. Shuttle fleet, maybe? Or do you just go invasion ships? No, go restrictive ordnance. Get the swords. He's got Gurney Halleck. Ooh, and artillery. That's huge. That's a ton of combat here. Yes. But he needs the Solari. So he's paying, so he's going to pay the spies. And then... I don't know why he's paying 4. He's paid 2, not 4. And he's got to take the cash. And that'll tell the players, they'll say, uh-oh, he's got fun here. And Ekaz is also good for Grand Conspiracy now as well. That is live for the point. So Baron, all of a sudden, in a really good spot here. He's got Choam, Grand Conspiracy, that's 11 points, regardless of what happens. And he's going to be pretty good for this combat here. He's in a great spot. Helena can definitely score a point here. As long as she gets Spice Flow, she gets 2 points. And that's 11. Can Ekaz find 3 points this round? I don't know he can. Memo Quarters will be 1, but where else is he scoring here? Beast's just trying to do anything he can here. But it don't look good. I think Dibs' race is run here. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Helena's just going to draw as many cards as she can. Finds Opulence. Just when you needed it. And Helena and Baron are surely good here. I think Ekaz is going to come third. But Highliner is being prepped. And bear in mind, if he goes Highliner, he gets a point for Memo Quarters, he gets 2 for the combat, he gets 1 for detonation, and suddenly he's at 12 points. So maybe Helena's not as safe as she reckoned. This could come down to Spice tiebreak. Baron's going to just throw troops in with Gurney. Is Ekaz going to lose on Spice? Chow Murky's on the road, by the way. Oh my god, I think that's hugely relevant. Chom shares is in. There's the point. Is there any way Ekaz can get Chow Murky? I don't think so. But if he can get Chow Murky and win the combat, it would be huge. He should have horror projected is what he should have done and tried to find his spice trader when he went to Imperial Basin. And now Helena takes Chow Murky. Gets in front anyways. Didn't matter. Machine culture for an extra point. Easy game for Helena. You can't teach that kind of luck. So Helena's good. It's Baron who's in trouble here. Ekaz has just got to throw it in. They know you're going Highliner. Is there anywhere else you desperately need to go? What are you doing within the shadows? Do you want to use it or do you want to discard? You kind of want to keep it to discard to get the Emperor and get more troops in, right? But it might be not be necessary. But Baron's got a lot of swords. So he's going to go Siege to get maximum troops from his garrison. And then Highliner's incoming. I don't think Baron can win this combat here. Baron's going to be stranded at 11. Unless he finds... I'm trying to think what other endgames gives him points here. And I don't think any of the others do give him any points. Satellite ban for Hardy Warriors. Just chucking everything in that he can. Recon will go. 4 in. It's 22. Dagger will be worth 2 is 24. Reading Way will be 27. Must Tactician will be 30. Is that going to be enough here? Unless Ikaz can empty his entire garrison. I think Ikaz is going to be a sword short here. 12 strength. Highliner's going to be 5 more for 22. Private Army 27, Tiebreaker 29. Oh, but he's urgent mission. And Siege Tabir will give him 1 more troop, and it's going to get him to 31. I think Ikaz is going to be good by a dude. Beast just gathering what spice he can. The game is over for him. There's nothing to do. Elena's fine. She's totally safe. Don't need to worry about it. What a machine culture pulled by her, by the way. That is absolutely ridiculously disgusting. So just chucking dudes in. No reason not to. Good for that. Elena's totally fine here. Dreizo will move on. But I think Ikaz is going to be... I think Ikaz is going to be... If he finds it, he'll be good for a troop, but I don't know. Will he get tempted to do something else? We'll see. So here comes Highlander. They all go in. It's going to be insane when this happens here. Sonic Snooper's in hand, but he's not trashing anything here. 5 swords. Beast has got 8 persuade. He's got 10. Not really anything else for Beast to do anymore. The race is run. There's no alliance. Just go Welves, I guess. Go Conspire. Maybe you get lucky. Finds an ambush. But the race is over for him. So Helena's going to finish on 13. And Chow Murky. So they're totally fine. It's Ikaz and Baron here. That's the question. And I think if Ikaz gets 1 more dude in, he'll be good just about. But needs to find it. Oh my god. Oh my god! Wow. Ikaz has thrown it away. They're gonna tie. No way has he done that. And now he realizes. And Baron, he's gonna tie with the Baron at 30 strength each. If Ikaz had won the combat, he would have been at 12 and through. And now he's tied. And he's out.
You can draw first.
I draw first? What can I draw?
Yeah. Plans. Not plans. Okay.
I was holding on to this for a while.
Oh my.
Uh.
Well.
Oh.
Well. I mean, that was gutsy. That was very gutsy, man.
Also, Sneaker, maybe if he tied with you, you had a staged incident, so you would have lost troops. So it was a good call on his part.
Of
doing
course. Always, I always tie because that makes your point average higher.
I don't know. I mean, I think. I mean, it depends. Obviously, it was a long game. A lot happened, but I mean, surely you just take the extra dude. I guess it is what
Oh,
it
I
is.
forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that.
Yeah, just
What?
urgent mission and just liaison and just put him back, and then you're at
Would have
31.
been. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'd have been there, and you'd have scored. 3 more points.
Would you have
That
did
is
he
true.
draw with
Wow.
the trash?
That is.
30.
Uh,
32.
I didn't.
Damn.
Nah, he wouldn't have had that. It would have been. He would have been 31.
He
would've
also
been-
drew an intrigue. So
Yeah,
which
was-
intrigue did he draw?
What was the new intrigue?
It was
that was-
dispensation.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
counter.
Oh,
That was for the win. It was water pen.
Yeah, that would have got you through.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
Crap.
That's
I was looking at these places. I thought everything was blocked. I forgot.
No, you don't. Urgent mission. Nothing's blocked. Oh man,
Oh, yeah.
right.
that
Jesus.
sucks.
Oh yeah.
That sucks. Well, it was a busy game. We knew it was going to be the case. My prediction was right. Three of you are going to beat the hell out of each other, and Dreizo was just going to pick Helena and just kind of turtle up largely, which is what happened, and so be it. So that's all well and good. It's what you need to do. Beast with a pretty sour game. That hurt to see.
Yeah, like the combat where Baron used the intrigues.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Like I was hoping me holding 3 of them, I think, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I went down to 2 right before the combat. Like maybe that would be enough to deter trying.
But no,
But then
he,
he
he went
went
all in
them
for it,
out.
yeah, which was very
Yeah.
brave. And then the obviously the Fremen Alliance steal, where he went Mentat first, and you still didn't have any access there. That was pretty brutal. There's not a lot you can do.
Yeah, it was.
I
it was
knew
like
he didn't have access.
yeah, he did know that. I made a lot of mistakes, like buying the wrong cards. I didn't realize I had like other memory in my deck when I chose between Mother Mahayam and the Legion, and though also my intrigue draws were, except for that bump, were absolutely horrid. Like the High Council troops.
Yeah,
this,
your intrigues was kind of obviously Alan Marder. Yeah, that obviously got denied later. There wasn't much you could do about that. And obviously as well, I think like this was also ugly.
Yeah, no, I made a huge misplay that I played my this instead of diplomacy, and I was one Solari off, and I knew I was like, what are the chances someone's gonna block like wealth, and then wealth got blocked, and I couldn't go here because I gave up the yellow axis.
Yeah, it was
Terrible, abysmal.
Did not work out. It's the way it goes sometimes, and that's.
I mean, I did warn you wealth was going to be contested because of the opulence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always potential that it could happen. But yeah, it was a lot happened. Ooba as well, like obviously fighting both in the shadows. So using both of them straight away, not bothering. I really thought I think it was like turn 2, whatever. So you were just gonna reveal them, like when you got Swordmaster and just rock and roll from there. But you end up using them all, which is fair enough. But you don't see that often.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to waste one of the actions. I may as well get something.
I
think
don't know.
that's when
I don't know
bought
if
my
you
first-
just reveal both and just take 2 bumps here and get a point. Is that a waste?
That early in the game, yeah. Because he has 2 of them, he's eventually going to lock this out anyway. So what's the point in rushing getting that 2 influence versus passively
Well,
getting
because then he's got a fresh deck, and then he can just use these to challenge everything else, challenge more alliances. I don't know. You can go both. I think you can go both ways on it. I think Eevee was fine.
All right, good game. That was fun.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
GG.
GG.
So that is going to be all for this one here. Yeah, what a mortal error that was from Ooba to miss that at the very end and just completely miss that he was already at Siege and could have gone back there and put the extra troop in. Oh my goodness me, that was a miserable time to miss that. I mean, there were worlds where he still pulls like another card out of the deck and he gets away with it. But if he doesn't make it through as a third place finisher, then he is going to be haunted by that for some time. Brutal, brutal miss. He might regret that still. What a crazy match. So, Dreizo and SneakerDead go through. Ooba's going to hope he's good enough here for a third place finish. And the Beast is out of this one. No further for Dibs, which is a great shame. Had a good group stages. This game just couldn't get the ball rolling. And just became prey for everyone else. And they feasted indeed. Dreizo doing exactly what I thought he would do at the start. If you get Helena, just grab Helena and just hole up, get a load of points and say, well, I dare you to do anything about it. And I'm not complaining to say that, or anything like that. It worked in going through this round. It did exactly what you had to do here. Anyways, thank you all for watching. As per always, we will see you all in the next conflict.